good morning and welcome to VSA Capital 5 Minute Morning Miner on Friday, December the 5th. Seems pretty quiet in the city this morning. It was pretty quiet my cycle ride in as well. A little bit nippy. Not much news generally out in the market, but quite a lot of news in one or two stocks that we follow at VSA in the mining space. Not much macro news. Paul, how are you? Looking forward to the weekend?
Pretty good. Yes. We could get some rest finally. I hope so after all these conferences. Resourcing tomorrow is over now, and International Tin Conferences this morning. So after that, it's much slower right here.
Well, the International Tin Conference should be pretty good because with tin prices, well, they actually went over 40 and just nudged back down again. But we do like tin. It's still a commodity that I'd be strongly supportive of in 2026. But we're not ready yet to start giving next year's predictions. Let's turn to news. Run through some of our corporates. Myriad Uranium out in the TSX. They've just finished an airborne geophysical survey, haven't they, Paul?
Yes, that's right. It's a rather substantial one. It was a district-wide on their Copper Mountain project there in Wyoming. Helicopter-borne survey over 192 square kilometers of area for a total of 2,100 line kilometers on 100-meter spacing. So and that was at a flight height of just 30 meters running north-south. So excuse me, they should have the final results tabulated up sometime next month. So we'll probably see another press release at that time.
All right. And Guanajuato Silver,
Yes.
which has been really busy, hasn't it? But they've... go on, Paul. You tell us.
Yeah, that's they're optimizing their district scale operations now in the Guanajuato mining district with this pending Bolañitos mine and plant acquisition from Endeavor Silver. They plan to put on care and maintenance then their Cata mill and with a diversion of ore to the El Cubo and then Bolañitos mills in due course in order to shorten the haulage times as well as improve the operating efficiency across the operating mills. They were running short of their total capacities previously here, so with Bolañitos having higher production recoveries for the ores around this Valenciana mine complex that Guanajuato has, it means they should be getting better recoveries and therefore better operating margins and profit margins as a result.
All right. Oh, yeah, go on.
And then the Cata mill, they figure they should have put on care and maintenance by the end of this month.
Okay. We like Guanajuato Silver. They're doing a lot of things. There's a lot of consolidation work to be done there, but they're certainly getting on and doing things. Let's just have a quick word on Tungsten West, Paul. The interim CFO has been made the permanent CFO, hasn't he?
Yes, that's right. That's Phil Povey. He's now permanent CFO and an executive director. He's also one of the note holders as well, as they mention here in the press release. And it's the notes, of course, that we've talked about previously, which are the important thing going forward as far as the refinance of Tungsten West. And he has his background from Capital Limited. So he's well versed in the mining space.
As did Jeff. Look, the known notes obviously are the key to all of this. They've been hanging around now for nearly 4 years. We've spoken about them an awful lot. But they do have to be converted basically by the end of the year. So the clock is ticking. I'm not going to say anything that I shouldn't, but I think that conversion could happen very soon. Clearly, it will mean that there will be an awful lot of shares coming onto the market, but it will clean up the capital structure. I think everybody's probably gathered there's likely to at the same time be an equity injection from a strategic equity player coming in, which again will help give them the capital that they need and clean up the capital structure. And then finally, of course, people are expecting at some stage some debt to come in so they can actually get this mine back operating. Actually, once you've cleaned up the capital structure and got that strategic equity in, the debt will come in very easily. I mean, frankly, a couple of phone calls and you can get that. That's the easiest piece of the whole jigsaw puzzle. But that then gets it properly financed. I think the management with Jeff and Phil You've got people there who actually know what they're doing. So, actually, if anything, hopefully also they'll be able to bring in the restart time, or at least maybe just use the back end of the plant or a bit of other equipment to start producing some tungsten, because at $800, you've got to be producing it because it's amazing, this price. But you will see a completely renewed look at what the value of Tungsten West is. One of the problems, of course, has been that no one knows how many shares are going to be an issue and what the capital structure is going to look at. So how on earth can you buy it? You can't. And that's been the problem now for about 4 years. You just couldn't buy it. Now, obviously it's trading around 10p, which probably is about the right price as we stand today. But my view is that as the capital structure gets cleaned up, as some of the other things start to fall into place, you could quite easily see this jump to 15p. And then actually, if they move quickly with the debt, and certain other things and speed up the production, you could even see this go up to 20p. So you're potentially sitting on a very, very exciting stock here for both the sort of Santa rally at the end of the year and also perhaps for Q1 next year. So watch out for all of that. Look, as Paul mentioned, Phil is a holder of the convertible loan notes. I personally am a holder of the convertible loan notes. Obviously, I did the A's and the B's, which had all the security. And I did just go into the last round of H's just because it looked pretty attractive. So I am obviously also one of the handful of loan note holders out there that are waiting for this all to happen. But it's all looking pretty good, I think. Right. Sorry, that was me talking probably too much, Paul. Any you got anything else?
Yeah, real quickly on two other things, the London quoted firms. First of all, Gemfields gave auction results on their rough emeralds sale that they held here over the period between the 17th of November and 4th of December. Brought in $25 million on the lots offered at average price of $7.50 US per carat. The other piece of news, Iofina, which is the London-quoted iodine producer in the central United States, they have done an agreement with new NYSE-listed Western Midstream Partners. And what that is it will build Iofina's largest iodine recovery facility yet from oil field brines on their Iosorb technology. That's going to be a processing brine plant at 50,000 barrels of brine per day, which is twice the current capacity of their current plants that they have. I think this is plant number 10 or something in that neighborhood for Iofina now at this point. So they expect to break ground here in December, and then that plant should be operating by the end of next year.
Iofina is actually a really interesting company. Very, very few people look at it over in the UK. I don't know anybody who follows it, really. It's a shame in a way because it's really, really interesting. There you go. All right, I think that'll do for us now, Paul. I hope everybody listening has... Sorry?
That's all for me.
All right. I was just wrapping up. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'm afraid it's going to be rather wet and soggy, I suspect. And sadly also, I suspect by the time we get back next week, it's funny, I think Christmas has started early this year. We seem to be winding down now, and it's going to be really annoying because, of course, we'll wind down until about the 12th of January. Why we have to take a whole month off for Christmas, I do not know. Particularly as far as I can see, most people only seem to work a 4-day week anyway at the moment, and half of that they're working from home. Oh, don't even get me going on that. It's the 5-Minute Morning Miner. Shut up, Andrew Monk, and enjoy the weekend.
See you later.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.